from Solar, since Solar's build was so engineered towards security in 3 bases.
Yeah.
It's allowed him to get his own worker lead. It's pretty big. It's 36 to 50 now. But this is going to be a timing attack build here from Solar, so he's going to be barreling across the map.
Very right.
And even though we have this worker lead for Rogue, sometimes when they have too many workers, you have to wonder if they're going to be safe against the attack itself when it comes at him. I still see drones being made and no other units.
If he does not switch over to pure unit right now.
Well, he's going to do that now.
I love this, too. Look at this. He's going to fix this pathing with the 2 drones mining that out. Yeah, you can see how panicked Rogue is. He knows that he might just die.
He's literally just spamming out as many spines as he can. Now, see, this allows the Lings to streamline through, and it allows everything to reinforce more easily. Those mineral patches are intended to slow down rushes like this, but already that's been addressed.
Yeah, and he has to break through right away. He can't wait for all of his units to get there.
Right, and if he can get through here before the structure finishes, it looks like he will. That does go down, and now his Lings are going to get surface area over here. The Roaches can spill in further. The Spines also close to finishing. The drones being pulled down as well.
Oh, yeah, he definitely needs those drones down there. I love this all-out defense right now from Rogue. Will that end up being enough, though? He's going to run by a bunch of these Spines. They do end up getting canceled. Is he going to have enough to actually hold on here?
I'm not sure. There's also Queens coming in here, apparently, at the very bottom. They are picked off, though. A little bit sloppiness there by Solar. The attack continues on. Drones being pulled again over here.
You get a lot of drones to make this as worthwhile as you can right now as Solar. And he is picking off a decent amount. 9 drones ending up falling.
Some bad rallying, though, here. Some of these Lings being pulled too far into the Spines. Now, he can basically drive all the workers out from this spot and pick a fight where they're not over spine crawlers, but it does appear that Rogue's starting to get a better roach number here. And it's 40 workers to 40. Nope, now 38.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
We end up at a similar spot, but the layer is already done for Rogue.
These drones are still mining out the middle of the map.
Yeah. I think that's actually a mistake. But
no, that's certainly not an intended thing. Could take those few little crystals.
And you know what? Having spines is not a bad thing. You know, those could come in useful at some point. Looks like Solar going to make a spine of his own here. I'm not sure where that is. Yeah, where is that spine? It's up in his main. Oh, there it is. I have spine blindness right now.
So things have calmed down a considerable amount. I mean, the attack came in. It didn't do enough damage to really put one player in any kind of major league, either for the defender or the offender. But now we've got Spire Tech coming here for Rogue. And it's actually also going to be matched with Solar's own Spire Tech. Now we're going to have to see who scouts what and when. But it's mass roaches on both sides now into mass Spire.
Well, that could be a really cool game if we actually get in a Muta versus Muta. All right, Tastes, this has been bugging me.
Talk to me.
Can you think of any situations in which it is appropriate to neural parasite a changeling?
No. I don't think there's any.
I think there's one.
Why would you ever want to do that? There's not. What is it?
If you both are mined out and they have stuff on high ground that you can't see, but they have a changeling sitting near your army, and you just need the vision to end it, but if you go up the ramp without, like with one of your own units, you're going to lose it.
Can you even, like, neural parasite a changeling?
I've never seen it.
I don't even know.
I would assume.
What if it just dies like anything else that touches it? I don't actually know if you can.
Well, what spell could you hit it with that would... Yeah, any spell that you can actually target it with other than that would deal damage and would kill it because that's 1 health.
Right.
So you should be able to neural it. But I can't think of any other time I'd want to neural parasite a changeling. And that's been bothering me the whole cast.
Wow. Well, I'm glad you got that out.
I wasn't going to bring it up, but we've slowed down while we were in the mutas. Here we are. All right, the mutas come, and Corruptor is being made right now by Solar, which is always a fun counter to mutas. Obviously, they can beat the mutas and then attack the buildings.
Yeah.
Like that, we're getting into Lurker Tech, getting into that infestation pit as well.
Getting into a very technical late game ZVT here.
Rogue is quite good in those situations when we get into the late game, which turns into generally Abduct and Lurkers and a little bit of Blinding Cloud. But of course, the fact that there's some mutas on the map and there's some corruptors on the map make this all the more interesting, right? It's fun, but if you have the Hydras, obviously Hydras counter the Corruptors reasonably well too.
Well, yeah. Well, Corruptors are funny in just that, and this is in all the matchups, that they'll beat certain units and then not have any role in the game after that. It's kind of weird.
And it's fun that they can kind of shoot buildings now, so occasionally you can find a place to use them.
Yeah, if you have a hugely excessive amount, you can go and destroy a planetary, for instance, or Nexus or something like that.
Well, if there's just no units around, they can take out buildings, so it's kind of cool. I love that the mutas are actually doing a lot. That's cool.
A little bit more nimble than the Corruptors.
Solar just about maxed out right now, but what is he maxing on? It's not good against Lurkers. That much is for certain.
Well, it looks like Solar actually wants to come out on the map and really try to do something here. He's going to come and start sniping some of these Overlords, maybe be able to spray down this hatchery over here at the 3rd, but he's going to try to attack into this location. Now, you can bile down Lurkers, like you can, but it's easier said than done.
I love the Nidus, by the way, because if you can Nidus, like, let's say, into their main base and then throw Lurkers on the ramp, the Roaches just can't come up.
Right.
So you don't even need like that many, and it becomes just a killing field. Of course, there's all sorts of ways you can use the Nidus with how cheap that exit is. Just do some harassment in various places as well. Rogue right now showing how strong he is in these late game situations. Yeah, those moves are not worth it for Solar right now, I don't think.
It just seems like Solar invested in an army that was not going to get him into a better spot much later on here. I guess he does have map dominance, but...
Yeah, that's true. Like, Rogue can't do much more than his 4 bases right now, I think.
Yeah, but I don't think Rogue wants to do more than his 4 bases. Now, this is pretty cool.
Yeah,
just
he's going to get it, too.
Yeah, this will not finish, 100%.
Good call, Tasteless.
Yeah. Yeah, like I was really confident in my play-by-play cast of that building going down.
Before the Adaptive Talents finishes.
Yeah.
It's like such a long upgrade.
So, mutas are going to come through once again.
Now, if that was Stim in there, that would have finished.
That would have finished for sure.
Definitely. Oh, he has the Nidus going up in the main base. That was like a cute little flying move with the muta.
Yeah, it was actually disguised pretty correctly, like pretty cleverly, because it doesn't. It looks like they're just trying to fly in and get rid of themselves because there's not much else here. And now he's going to have total dominion over the ramp in the main.
Well, you just...
Oh, boy. You're just never going to get up here. That's it.
That's it. It's done.
This is no longer your area. This is actually...
Rogue can bring a drone
through
and take the base if he
wants. He can bring drones through and... Okay, well, he doesn't even need to put spines up there. He can put lurkers over here. GG! That was... Damn, Rogue.
Yeah. Good move. Really abusing Solar's lower tech units there.
Yeah.
Solar trying to play a very Korean... late mid-game.
Are we really surprised that Tase's first prediction was right? Artosis.
Oh, Rogue coming out?
Yeah.
Watch stats come up and pound Solar now. I'm just going to feel like a fool.
It's okay. I got to say, Rogue killing it here. And now we're going to have an interview, see how he's feeling. He is the 5th spot to go on to the round of 8 here in the GSL.
Yeah.
And I think the interview is ready. Go ahead, Andy.
Hello guys, we're gonna have an interview with the first place of Group C, the Group of Death, and it is Rogue. Congratulations, thank you. Today, you made it out first place in the Group of Death. How do you feel? Well, honestly, they're also they're so good, everyone. And the games weren't going too well for me, so I think it would be a fluke for me to get out of the group as a first place. But right now, I feel like, although I don't want to admit, I think Zerg is really good. Right, talking about the balance, I feel like people would probably flame you for the balance, right? Yeah, that's right. People calling Zerg OP. I feel like it's not really that good. So if I lost, then I start to wonder if this race is OP. But I feel like it's not really that particularly OP. And in the lobby, Maru didn't even have his food, and he was thinking of the TVZ. Although we didn't have the TVZ going on, do you feel like the balance is fine?
오버 속업이 좀 괜찮은 것 같은데.
Well, as for the PVZ, I feel like it's fine.
오버 그냥 죽고 시작하는 거거든요. 오버 속업해서.
For TVZ, you know, I have like no overload to start with.
그래가지고 그 최적화가 좀 많이 꼬이고.
So I feel like the optimization, you know, it's really hard for me.
그 전까지 저거가
So I mean, I admit that late game is good for the Zerg, but you know, getting there is really hard.
그 기능가피 그 업그레이드로 대군주가 다 봐서 문제라고 하는데.
You know, I feel like the carapace upgrade is really good right now.
그렇게 좋은 건 아니다.
But you're saying it's not that good. Okay.
잘 확인을 했습니다. 자, 이렇게 오늘 나오지 않았던 테란전에 대해서
So with this,
밸런스에 대해서 언급을 해봤는데 오늘
let's talk about Terran.
선전 이야기도 해볼게요. 강민수 선수와 굉장히 재밌는 저점을
And in the ZVZ against Solar, you've shown some really good moments.
심리전의 묘미를 잘 느낄 수
And we got to see a lot of
있었는데
mind games in that game.
센스가 굉장히 뛰어나신 것
And it felt like your
이런
game sense really shine in the game.
이런 센스는 그렇게 좋은 것 같진 않은데 그냥.
I feel like I don't really have a really good game sense.
민수나 저나 서로 스타일 너무 잘 알고 있어서.
Like Solar and I, we both know each other's playstyle really well.
그렇군요.
So I think we really
자,
exploited
오늘
that.
이렇게 1위로 8강에
So as the
진출하면서
first place, you get out of the group.
또 이제 이병렬 선수의 커리어 하이인 8강을 또 넘을
And
절호의 기회라고 생각해요.
I think it's
사실
your chance to get over the round of 8 now.
굉장히 많이 언급을 했었어요. 이제는 좀 부담감을 털어내셨나요?
Now, is it time to like, you know,
오늘도 되게 마음 편하게
get rid of some nervousness?
왔는데.
You know, I came here with an easy mind, feeling comfortable.
연습 준비할 시간이 되게 많이 없어요.
But you know, I don't really have lots of time to practice and scrim.
생각하고 뭔가 단기 대회 느낌이라고 생각을 하거든요. 그래서 또 단기 대회 제가.
So you know, in like a short
다음 주에는
tournament,
뭔가 토스가 올라왔으면 좋겠어요.
I hope Protoss comes up
토스가
as my
올라올 확률이
opponent.
높은 게 그 D조가 3프로토스 1적을
In Group D, we actually have 3 Protoss and 1 Zerg, so there is a highly likely chance that a Protoss is going to come out in that
김대엽
group.
선수에게 보여주신 것처럼 그렇다면 프로토스전 좀 자신감이 있으신
So
거죠?
do you have confidence going up in the ZVP?
토스전에는 원래부터 자신 있었고.
Yes, I've always had confidence in ZVP. And I don't think I've shown the best performance in that matchup.
토스전이 나온다면 너무 이번에 진짜 올라갈 수
So
있을
if I can actually play the ZVP, I think I can play good.
것 같다 이야기를 하셨습니다. 자, 마지막으로 오늘 GSL
So last of all, it's actually the 9th year anniversary in GSL here.
축하 멘트를 이병렬 선수가 직접 해준다면
So
정말
if
더
Rob
많이
can
기쁠 것
actually
같아요.
congratulate the
이
anniversary,
GSL 9주년
it would be really
축하
nice.
멘트 마지막으로 부탁드릴게요.
So any
GSL이
message?
벌써 9주년이 돼서 되게 신기하고.
Well, I can't believe it's 9 year already.
너무 축하드립니다.
Just sincere congratulations.
아파예요.
네, 생각.
Is it all?
알겠습니다.
Yeah, that's
다시
pretty much
한번
it.
감사드리고 8강
Okay,
진출
thank you guys
축하드립니다.
for the interview.
네, 이렇게
Okay, so Rogue moves on first,
이병렬 선수
and
만나봤는데요. 계속해서
I gotta say, I'm
GSL
very happy to
이벤트
see
안내해드립니다.
Rogue come out on top there. I have to, you know, it's kind of crazy how quick he is able to just kill somebody in what looks like a very even game.
Yeah, he's
Like
he's
he had,
pretty damn good.
he saw one opening and just popped that out. He hid the Nidus very well. It looked like it was just Mutas trying to get a little bit more damage off before they were going to get phased out of the game because Corruptors were a factor. But then he ended up slipping that Nidus in and just completely rolled him.
Felt like he really outplayed Solar in that last game.
We're going to a break. When we come back, we'll be eliminating one of the players in Group C of the GSL. Don't go away.
got eyes like a neon sign. Stare you down.
Welcome back to GSL Code S. Now for the losers match, Stats versus Maru. That feels weird to say. Round of 16 losers match.
Two strongest Korean players for the past 2 years. Loser match in the round of 16.
Not able to make it to the round of 8.
One of them.
In fact, eliminated first. One of them.
Yeah, that's a crazy thing. Who do you think? I think for sure Stats wins.
I think he has to, man.
Right? Yeah.
I think Maru, again, he looks good, but he doesn't look as unstoppable. He doesn't have, I don't know, that.
He feels like he's just innovation level right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's like a really good, fast macro Terran.
Yeah. Like, he's won like 4 championships, but he can't get to the round of 8. That's what I feel like he's like right now.
Well, it's like we're in a different time. Sometimes you have these Terrans and what they're doing works and it crushes everything, and then the game evolves, the whole meta evolves. And a patch comes around here too. But I mean, it's not the same game it was before. We saw these guys play just recently, and it did not go well for Maru. Let's see what happens. We're going to start this off on King's Cove. Should be a pretty long game, I think. But let's find out. It's now loaded up.
Fight.
Splice Stats. Jin Air Green Wings, Maru.
So the thing I'm kind of interested in here is what Maru's opener is going to look like. With the faster stim, I think that opens up some possibilities with builds that we didn't quite have before.
For Ire, for Stats.
I feel like my kind of prediction when I saw the patch notes, right, the quicker stim and all, was that could possibly lead to timings that would make Protosses slow down a little bit on their thirds. Big Stats fan.
Still 1 Stats.
Yeah. But, yeah, and then it made me think that, I feel like we're going to see Colossus Tech maybe go up in value a little bit as an opener.
Yeah, that's sort of the natural Protoss defense against large bunches of Marines.
Yeah.
Is just the
which would be what would be coming with a quick stim timing.
Yeah. Even though Marauders get stim too, you don't get a lot of them right away.
Yeah.
It's much easier to get a lot of Marines out early on. Although we might see people start to really toy with Marauders coming out right away with stim.
Yeah,
they have a lot more sustainability in fights, especially with medevacs involved. So, yeah, I mean, let's find out what happens. I'm always a little bit reluctant to try to call anything too fast with patches as they come out, because sometimes there's just something that changes the game in a way that, like, nobody saw. You know, you'll have a few players with crazy builds that come out and it goes, wow, we're going to have to really look at this from a different angle now.
Yeah, it definitely could be something like that. You know, King's Cove definitely has a multitude of openings that we've seen on it, because you do have that kind of easily defendable third, but we've seen a lot of Terrans on the brink of breaking into that third a lot of times against a lot of strong Protosses, and that was even before the stim. Some of these just 3 racks attacks are doing pretty well. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll just wait and see. It's a quick Twilight coming out of Stats here. Remember, Trap went for that big Blink Stalker all in on this map against Cure. And
That's right.
Was able to knock him out.
Do you think we're going to have that this time around, though? The fact that there's no Robo out yet, maybe we will see the Protoss get aggressive. Generally, if we have a Robo come out, it means they're going to be using the quick Blink upgrade to try to actually catch medevacs, especially Widowmine drops. But
I think that is what we're going to see. Like maybe a 7-gate Blink type of play.
Yeah. No, not defensive.
But to be fair, we haven't seen like a Sentry yet, and you do need
so
that.
there's the Robo. So this is actually going to be
never mind.
This is going to be more like the way Stats always plays.
Yeah.
Much more conservative and kind of in a way respectful to the opportunities that Terran have in the early game.
Yeah. Well, you know, Stats just wants to kind of deflect everything that comes in. Looks like it's probably going to be a Widowmine drop to start off. Be interested to see the speed of the third base here for stats. Because it seems like he's thinking about taking it very, very soon.
Yeah. Well, you can do this if you are going to play a safe game. Get a few observers out. You know the medevac's going to be inbound. You know, just at the time in the game clock, it should be able to get there. So you try to anticipate that as much as possible and deny that. And that's why we already have the Stalkers now on the outer edge here. Because Protoss is taking a third, that already acts as a scout, even though that third base doesn't have anywhere to really drop it. So he's basically anticipating this to hit the natural, which is exactly where it's going to hit. Maru's going to be coming in here right now.
As long as he doesn't lose that medevac, no harm, no foul.
Right.
I think he'll turn it around, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it would be way too risky to try to actually dive in on this. You can see immediately Stats as the Stalkers scrambling to get out in front of this.
I almost feel like Stats shouldn't move his Stalkers when he sees it. Because his blink is just about to finish, right? Like literally a second later or something. And as soon as you move it, you know that Stats is staring there for the rest of the time. So you have no...
Right.
So, like, why would Maru ever send it in there? I think a lot of weaker Terrans would. They'd be like, I don't know, medevac boost is good. And then Stats just shoots it down and gets it.
I don't know, I don't think medevac boost is good. Oh, okay, turns around. Now he's going to be able to blink up here. Now, there's actually a decent number of infantry. I think if he blinks up, this is suicide.
Yeah, I don't think you want to do that full blink in. But, hey, depot?
No, just take the depot out.
Yeah, do what you can with what you got. Lemonade and all that.
So there's no way he can get up there, even more so now. The Widow Mines will immediately pop off the rest of those Stalkers. But this is good to stay around here on the outside. Terran is preparing for a push, though. We have that stim about to finish. He does come in here. He's going to go for the medevac and actually, I think, not get it.
I love that he's trying for the medevac, though.
Well, the idea is definitely there. If he can take that out.
Ooh!
Whoa, that was like his last second.
If he hadn't pulled the 3 probes, that actually would have burrowed. Really good call by Stats.
Okay, so the push is going to come out now. Again, if he could tag any of these medevacs, that would be nice. Blinked away a little bit too soon. Stim done. +1 attack is done, and combat shield is done now. So, I mean, right now, the Terran army has just become a lot more scary looking. Cannot quite get back home with those Stalkers.
Yeah, he needs to recall those, actually, because he needs his full force here if he's going to hold. Warping in sentries, you can tell that means he's scared. He's not going to have Guardian Shield up.
He doesn't want to fight. He wants
shields.
to sandbag this as much as possible.
Yeah, he needs his 1-1 to finish. It's not going to finish, really, before the engagement, though, no matter what.
Maru getting closer and closer here. More Warpins coming in.
And this is what I was talking about with these stim timings have done well already, but now that, you know, you get stim, you get your combat shields done very quickly. I like that he comes down for a moment, but can he actually stop
Oh my god, the Immortal might be isolated. Pretty good force fields, though. He actually manages to get that Immortal backed off really nicely. Stats with just stellar defense here.
Yeah, it really is.
It's hard to attack in, though, on King's Cove. It's hard to get up there when they're on 3 bases. In some ways, it's like the worst time to attack. Now, I know that the stim timing has changed here with the patch, but you are seeing, again, the map sort of dictating the pace of the game regardless of when that new stim timing is that they just can't quite... You can't quite get up there easily.
Yeah, it was scary for a moment, though.
Yeah.
You know, it looked like it was something that might be able to work out. The 2 sentries really saving his bacon there. Now, Maru coming back. His army is strong. It's very, very strong. There's only 1 battery, but there is a cannon as well. Ooh, that's good by Stats. Yeah, that's real good by Stats.
Beat that down.
Yeah,
and now it's like...
See how his Stalkers are not even here? They're waiting for a medevac that he knows that a player as good as Maru has out there, and he does, too. Maru has it there. The Stalkers are waiting, though.
Literally holding position under a Widow, under a observer. Well, spoke too soon there.
Now he gets his Prism. Time to send that out
so
for some counter.
We don't have a third base yet for Terran.
What a beautiful game by Stats.
Well, this is... perfect.
Beautiful.
Just defensive play. He's just going to get further ahead. There's that third base landing now. But I think in a real shift as far as who's in control of this game, Stats can begin to push out. And I don't know if when this push finally comes, if he's going to be able to hold off an attack.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit scary. He's going to be down 2 upgrades, and there's going to be Psystorm. But he is getting into Ghosts already, so that definitely helps. Let's see if he can block this Prism harassment well. Because this could just be another headache on top of everything else.
staying way on the edge here. He'll unload over here where the workers are. Now, there is one Viking out here, so you can't really stay out for that long. He might even want to just recall that back home. Yeah, that's definitely the best move.
Really happy to see that Viking. There are so many Terrans, even of pro level, that will not have that Viking when the medevac comes, or the Prism comes in.
And that's the difference between just being able to deny this, ever having a mass warp in that can keep coming out over and over again.
Otherwise, he'll just sit there.
Or you're safe.
Oh, wow.
Wait. Oh, okay. I was about to say, I'm like, can you really kill all that with just...
Really, yeah. Well, he gets 5 probes.
Oh, my God.
That's because he was
all
like,
right.
Ooh, that's a big catch right there. Did Stats frown?
I was looking, for some reason with our lighting in the studio, Maru's face is lit and Stats is in the dark.
That was 4 High Templars in there.
Oh, was it?
That was 4 High Templars. That was not 4 Zealots. That's crazy. Ouch. You can see him making a disruptor now. Oh, no, he cancels. He's like, I'm afraid. Then he's like, no, I'm not.
Okay, now he's doing it again.
I just wanted to get my +3 going. My gas is tight, you know?
So, maybe Stats attacks out here anyways. Again, got to be careful. I don't think there's an observer over with that.
That's all right. You just run into it and kill it. All right, 4 Vikings being made right now. Maybe it's because he scanned the Colossus Tech and the double Robo.
We have no Colossus.
Or maybe it's just to push back. We'll see. Yeah. 4 Vikings, I think, is fine. If he makes another round, he's starting another one.
I think he's confused.
Because you can zone out the Prism, which drops the High Templars, which is actually a very powerful move because that's how Protosses win so many battles at these weird supply numbers.
Just bursting down with Psystorm.
Yeah, but he's still making Vikings, so it feels like this is too many for that. Like, I don't think you need 6. I think this is going to make 7 Vikings for him, actually. Oh, and he's making more. Yeah, no, he's countering Colossus blindly now, and there's no Colossus to counter.
Okay, this is a bit of a mistake, though, here from Maru. Again, it's just not the same Maru we're used to seeing.
Well, if he was making Colossus, you'd be like, damn, he's so on top of his Vikings.
Yes, but that's the thing, is that he's not.
Yeah.
So,
oh, and now he scans and sees it. Bam, insta-cancels the Vikings.
He realizes he misread that situation. Now, this might be a good moment to try to attack in here, although it's going to be hard to get the Warp Prism drop off.
Yeah.
With the Templars, it's still, I mean, the number of disruptors you have, kind of hard for this infantry army to really deal with that.
Yeah, against this type of army, you can't really do a heads-up attack because disruptors are too good defensively. Like, you have to respect the disruption ball no matter what. So I feel like from here, Maru has to really think about running around a little bit more, hitting multiple edges, but Stats is not overexpanding at all.
Okay, the disruptor balls are going to start to make a no man's land. A mobile one at that, where you can't quite get close to the Protoss. But notice how conservative Stats is being. He really just does not want to overextend. I think he wants to finish up that 3-3 upgrade and then engage.
I think you're probably right about that. He's also going into his Tempest tech, which will pre-counter this tech from Maru. Wow, that was a huge
that was really good. Armor about to finish, about 10 seconds out. Great stimming down here. Again, trying to separate. Nice force fields.
Some amazing EMPs there and everything, but the disruptors are just killing it.
Okay, now Protoss techs into Tempest.
Yeah, and it's in perfect time to stop this massing of Liberators that's occurring. But he does still have those Vikings, let's not forget, right? So that will give a little bit of buffer at least to those Tempests. Do you feel like one of these players is the good guy and the other one's the bad guy?
What, is Maru the good guy?
Well, the thing is, I always feel like Stats is a good guy because he's always playing macro games.
Yeah, I was going to say, he always plays safe and conservative and tries to win with a better tech.
But
normally view that as the good guy. I mean, the guy that's cheesing, we're like, oh, this guy's bad. Like, he has no morals at all.
Yeah, and in TVP, I generally look at the Terran as the good guy, you know? It's just like, I don't know. I think that a lot of people do, though.
I don't think that's true, Artosis.
Really?
These disruptors coming forward, yeah.
Huh. Okay.
I'm always viewing the Protoss as the good guy against the Terran.
Well, that actually makes me view you as the ultimate bad guy.
By the way, he can't quite get in there, and Terran's taking 12 o'clock. The Liberator's really making it, at least for now, impossible to breach any of this area. So Stats expands again. He's got a really nice fan-down army here. He's just so ready. Like, if Terran tries to move, he's just going to kill it.
It's such a beautiful spread of High Templars. He's got stuff scouting all over the place. He's taken additional bases seamlessly. He's getting all of his tech, including double Cybernetics Core Tempest upgrades, including Dark Shrine. He's starting to make mass batteries and cannons to have areas to fall back upon. Oh my god, I mean, he's playing, like, this is a chillingly perfect PVT from Stats.
Yeah.
Like,
now,
really insanely strong PVT.
The Tempests here are the answer to the Liberators. He'll tag it here so that he always knows exactly where they are so he doesn't miss them in any blind spots from his own vision. And look at this. He just guns it down, and the Liberators are completely useless. Now, there's an army going around this. Shine's got a nice zoomed-out shot here. This is actually a perfect location to get stormed, though. Here we go. Okay, now that's a really good flank of those disruptors.
Wow, what an engagement from Maru there. Beautifully done, targeting on the right disruptors with the Psystorms from the high ground. Ridiculously strong against Maru's incoming army.
Okay, continuing to keep them back.
That was awesome.
That was really
what
impressive.
What a great move from Maru. Like, I was like, no, you're going to lose everything to disruptors. No, he targeted them perfectly.
That was insane.
Yeah.
Another scan over here. But I think Protoss wants to come in here again. There's almost no more Liberators. I think there's 3 total.
Yeah, not too many. He's making mostly Vikings now to fight against these Tempests a bit more. I love that Blink for DT's on the way.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Good call.
That can come in really
4
handy.
4 nukes.
I love that new EMP radius, too. Oh, 4 nukes?
Yeah.
I don't see any creep tumors, though.
Yeah,
Where's the creep tumors he's going to kill with these nukes? Isn't that what nukes are for? Clearing creep tumors?
I thought that's all they were for.
Oh, yeah, no, me too. That's weird. What a snipe.
I snipe. I'm an assassin.
Maru is, you know what?
I am the knight.
We were talking about how amazingly perfect Stats is playing, but like some of these moves from Maru, really nice.
Well, they're both
Flanking
being so
army,
patient here.
Yeah.
I mean, we so often just see players just go, just attack right in. You know, they make that sound. They make that sound as
They
their army.
do make that sound.
Yeah.
That's what they sound like.
I gotta say, I think Stats is starting to lose a little bit of control here.
Maru is outplaying him right this second, it feels like, and it's not like Stats is playing poorly. Like, this is a really reasonable unit composition that we see him using right now. It was kind of new, like, 4 months ago, but a lot of people using this kind of disruptor, Tempest, Stalker type of ball.
Well, he's just not going to get in here. Is this just a bad spot for Protoss to be trying to fight from? It seems like it's so wide and open for the Terran, and it's so hard to get your clunky units through this area.
I think he is missing a couple things that he could be doing here.
Like he
for
could go to the upper right.
Yeah, he should be sending units around a little bit more. We see him sending a few units off to the side now, but I'd really like to see some speed warp prisms out in the map.
Oh, I like
Fly
that
2
idea.
speed warp prisms, you will get that into the main base no matter what, right? And if you just put 10 supply of charge lots in there, Maru's going to be, you know, I mean, Maru multitasks very well, but that's going to be hard to deal with, no doubt.
Okay.
My God, have an EMP!
Yeah. Can we see some more EMPs like that? Just all at once?
I feel like if you get hit by 4 EMPs...
It has to do damage to the hull, right?
Either hull damage or at least give them like some sort of weird confusion where like if you click down they walk up and stuff like that, you know? Like one of those really terrible mechanics that are in some games. It's like your unit is drunk or something.
Yeah, it just stumbles around.
I want to see what he's going to do with those nukes. Where's the nukes at?
Yeah, he made 4 and he didn't get to use, I believe, any of them.
He's waiting for creep tumors. Man,
That's right.
it. He's going to damage a spore with them. This is a wild game. Look at that. 3 more Stargates, more disruptors coming out.
Look at the bank here for Stats. Stats is like, watch this, Solar.
Dude, if he gets into just Disruptor Tempest, it's like, hey, we only hit ground. Hey, we only hit air. It's like Roach Corruptor or something, right? It's
yeah.
Like, what kind of unit comp would that be?
Well,
should Oracles be a biological unit so they can be sniped by the Ghost?
Oh, nice angling to try to come in here and storm that, but
Just, you know, these are the types of things I think about when games slow down like this.
yeah. And this one slowed down quite a bit. We have another one of these tug-of-war matches in the middle of the map.
Well, the Vikings starting to do some work. Shield batteries helping out a lot. Looks like he wants to nuke push into the batteries. Can't unburrow those and run away.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess this stuff all just gets annihilated.
Looks like it. Ooh, that nuke's going to be juicy.
Yeah, this might be one of our more satisfying nukes of GSL history. Happy birthday, GSL.
Yeah, it wasn't that size. We deserve better than that nuke.
Okay, another attack in here. Oh man, he's actually starting to really tear through. Yeah, you can really start to see how flimsy some of these Protoss units are when they're independent from each other.
Well,
You
Stats
know?
has a huge bank, so warps in 14 Stalkers actually, doing a great counterattack over here at
Now,
the same time.
that counterattack is actually really starting to pick up damage here. That being said, Maru's really starting to nuke and gun down everything over here. He's not moving those probes, he's not moving those probes.
They're fine.
38 probes are dead.
Whoa!
47 probes are dead. Okay,
Well,
but...
the counterattack, though, is killing like 4 command centers.
Oh, but he can nuke the
my
counterattack.
God.
Just nuke everything.
He nuked the counterattack. That's crazy.
Okay, I think Stats just screwed this up and died. He does not have enough.
He has
to, he can warp
68
back in.
supply.
Yeah, no, he lost everything. Now
What's
it's
he-
landed
what's he-
Vikings.
He's
I've
making
seen everything now.
Okay, don't worry. He's making 15 DTs. He's got this.
Yeah, but they're gonna get nuked. Oh, maybe if he's not, maybe he's a little bit faster.
blink on.
Blink, 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 blink.
Oh, that's a good
Ooh,
surround
that was
right
cool.
there.
I like the smoke coming out. Wow, what's? They're invisible. Oh, they're around us everywhere.
Well, he still has some bang.
Well, now he's got 45 supply. Okay, he's dead.
This reminds me of some games from like 2 years ago where the Protoss is doing so fantastically against Terran, but literally doesn't have enough gateways to win if they lose their army. I remember
you
that
need to
happening
have
a lot 2
so
years
many
ago.
gates.
Yeah, no, like, the thing is, if he had 30 gates there, like, he had 15 gates, right? So let's say 15 more. So that's, I mean, it's a lot of money, right? But he had like a 6K mineral bank, so it's not
Yeah.
like he couldn't have done it. Instead, he dies with 2,500 minerals. But like 30, if you, instead of warping in 15 stalkers, you warp in 15 charge lots and 15 stalkers. Do you push that back? I think you do. That's why he's doing the risky play of the DTs, because he's like, damn, I need to stop this now.
I also think he overstayed his welcome there outside of Maru's base. Maru seemed to have the right defense set up. He was not going to die to that. Maybe the Tempests had come earlier. They came in the wave of 6 instead of the first wave of 3. I don't know. Hard to call.
Yeah, some of this stuff's tricky as well because Stats' army is literally made out of only glass cannons.
Yes.
So when a bull is in a china shop and you only have glass cannons and 15 gates, that's how you lose a game like that.
Fight! Splice. Stats.
I just was that song that plays while we go into the game.
Yeah.
They're saying leave your message at the tone. I thought it was the door.
Yeah, I thought it was the
This has to be a song from back when people used
Tone.
answering machines.
Jin Air Green Wings. Maru.
I believe
Do people
that
leave voice messages still?
I believe voicemail still exists in America. I believe it does.
Artosis, I think you are totally wrong.
No, I think it actually does. I think
People use
still
voicemail. They're like, oh, I got a voicemail. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
it's me, James. Call me back.
yeah, well,
Oh, I guess I should call him back. I wouldn't have known that had he not left a voicemail.
well, I think it's probably going out of style because people just want to text because it's scary to talk to each other on the phone now.
Now we all have social anxiety.
Yeah.
No, I think what people do now is they leave little voice messages.
Okay, and how is that anything different from voicemail?
Well, you know, like in text,
It's a
you like
message.
you send like a little audio file. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if that counts as leaving a message like at the tone, like beep, like here, it's it's me, Tasteless, and you know what to do. Leave your name and number, and I'll get back to you. And then then you get to go in there, and you're like, hey, that's me. And I'm just wanting to hang out, so give me a call back, and maybe we can do it. Sick. What a sick time in history. We suck. Please bomb us. Oh, God. Texting's so much cooler.
Humans are dorks, man.
But now I do know people that just leave like little voice messages. And I will say, after trying that a little bit back and forth, like you just shoot them a voice message instead of just like texting out, it's way faster.
Really?
Yeah, we should try it, actually.
Okay, so I just want to put this out there. Maybe this says something about me. Maybe it says something about you. Maybe it says something about both of us.
Yeah.
No one's ever left me a voice message.
Oh, wow. I've gotten a couple.
So either you have a lot of friends, I have none, or we're not friends. I don't know what's going on here.
I had one person I knew who just started sending me voice messages. I didn't even understand what it was. It was the first time I saw it. I had to call and be like, what is this? Are you leaving me a voice message? Do I have to listen to all these? You sent me 3 of them.
What was he saying? Was he declaring his love for you?
It was, I can't remember. Ooh, actually gets the Reaper there.
Correct.
You ever use FaceTime?
Yeah.
You got kids, right? You use FaceTime for your
use that
kids?
with the family, yeah. We used to use Skype, but...
Yeah. We also used to burn people for being witches, but we don't do that anymore.
That's true.
It's a different time. Anybody who's like,
true.
you have Skype? I'm like,
not anymore.
I could, but I don't ever use it.
I theoretically have an ID.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to log on for all the hacked accounts that are going to be messaging me about my picture on a site.
All the business opportunities I missed out on because I just stopped using the thing because I hated it.
Yeah. Hey, 3-gate blink straight up.
Yeah, let's do it. Wonder if we're going to have another kind of long game like we had in that other one there.
Yeah, this map generally gives long games.
Yeah.
He's actually kind of faking that this is a real Phoenix.
Yeah.
A little bit.
He's like, oh, I wish I had another Phoenix so I could pick you up.
Okay, sees the add-on. Quality. Do you think we're going to see a massive blink attack?
Actually, I don't think we are. I think we're going to see him just defend again, right?
Well, he went 3 gates before the Robo, so I could see an attack.
We've still seen 3-gate Robo into expand, right? I mean, that's...
Yeah, no.
I mean, I'm down for it if he wants to do it, but I'm guessing...
Well, I think when he saw the tech lab on the factory, that always means at this point it's going to be Siege Shanks, which are good at defending against the blink attacks. So the third Nexus seems to make more sense, and I think that's why he kept it around to see what add-on was going to be made. Because, like, if there's a reactor being made there, maybe you can get something done. Not sure exactly on that.
Okay, he's coming in. Last time he tried to go for the medevac entirely, but...
Oh, wow. So far, this has not worked out.
Yeah, so far this has gone very, 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 very badly.
Oh, I can't believe that didn't shoot.
And Blake is 10 seconds out.
13 seconds out.
I know. I thought you were going to like it. I was like, oh, I hope he doesn't say anything.
Yeah. Well, I got to call you on your BS.
That's
Tasteless.
Right. Someone clip that. Tasteless has now lost his job.
Yeah.
You lied to these good people.
There's any number of people that would have looked at that and said, oh, that has to be at least 14 seconds.
Now, he went for 2 forges behind this.
Yeah.
Stats really wants to go into late game.
2 eBays on the other side. And he's got his quick third command center as well, let's not forget. So it feels like pretty even, I would say, right?
Yeah, very macro-y game.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you don't.
So he's just not going to do it.
No way.
He's like, is there a depot I can shoot down here? Ah, he's learned. He's adapting.
Yeah, this seems like... I don't think either of them can really do anything to each other. It's interesting how... like, what was it? Season 1 this year was the super upset season, wasn't it? If I recall correctly. It was Season 1 or Season 2?
Season 1 was...
where it was like, Patience was winning all the groups, and all these players were...
There was like tons of upsets. Was it Maru eliminated first?
No, Season 1 he won, so maybe it was Season 2.
No, yeah, what am I saying? No, it had to be Season 2. Because I remember the first day of Season 2, I was just like, wow, the first day Maru got knocked out, we were like, oh, that's awkward because he's in all of our intro videos.
That's right, Innovation and Patience went out of that group,
yeah.
You're right. Okay, so...
That was the beginning of Maru's downfall.
Yeah, and that season was hyper-aggressive. We had a lot of rushing, a lot of attacking.
Yeah.
But now look at this, right? Like, it feels every game is going long. We're getting back in Heart of the Storm territory.
For sure, these games are longer than any other games we've had this whole year. It seems like StarCraft 2 is in a place where really you want to play a macro game. If you're going to try to end it too quickly, they will just sidestep it and get further ahead of you and then win.
And that, I think it says something about the patch as well, because sometimes the patches will speed up games quite a bit because there's a lot of new stuff happening and a lot more attack timings open. And I thought that was going to happen, but we haven't really seen
Well, that's what usually happens.
Yeah.
Is new patches come out, so we have a whole bunch of weird stuff and builds that maybe only have one-time uses in a tournament. But apparently, this has made everybody way more conservative, which is strange because I would have thought a stim attack timing. I guess early stim also means you can defend from attacks right away.
Well, I think some of the maps that we're seeing too, like King's Cove in this map, are hard because you have to attack up a hill. Maybe if it was.
We've had a lot of maps that encourage and incentivize macro play too.
Yeah. That looks like a pretty good hold right there.
Oh, okay. There's a Zealot drop here.
Yeah, I don't think it'll get too much done though. Needs to get a Viking out to push that back.
Storm about halfway done here, as we have more and more Immortals being produced.
Yeah, and he's got enough sentries there that there's no real way to attack. So yeah, look at that, another command center from Maru. The second that he really realizes that nothing's going to happen, switches it right up. Ghost Academy on the way. He has his 2-2 started as well. So both these players look like they are getting ready for the longer game. I would be surprised if Stats doesn't throw it on his 4th Nexus now.
I think he's just now going to do that.
No, everything seems right. This feels kind of like the first game again, where just they're both playing really, really nicely. Just a beautiful game on both sides. So there is the Colossus tech again, but is it Colossus tech? Is he just going to go for Disruptors? Let's not forget that that was an issue for Maru last game, that he made a bunch of Vikings that he did not need. Ended up winning at the end of the day anyways. I hope this actually goes into a very similar game, and then we see how Stats fixes himself in between game 1 and 2. Because I think that would be a very interesting thing.
Okay. So far, Stats has stayed very true to what his successes have been. Uh-oh. This is... Okay. I was about to say, if they both get the rocks here. All right, he wants to tear that down. I don't think he's going to push through, though.
No. No, not while he's sitting there. And this army is not... Like, Stats' army is scary and will take a good, quick, sloppy engagement, but you're not going to attack into a treacherous position with that army.
Yeah, with Widow Mines down here, it's going to be way too hard to take out the Widow Mines before they fire down everything. He needs to get an observer there, get the stalkers, snipe that all down before the Terran can stim up and liberation zones are set up. When the liberation zones get set up, you probably can't get in there.
Is he going to attack into this?
I guess he is, but I feel like
this is madness. This is madness. There's no way that you're supposed to attack this. He better get the best storms he's ever done in his whole life if he's going to win this battle.
Not
right.
Well, I mean, yeah, I agree with everything that you're saying. I'm a little bit confused by what I'm seeing here.
How did he think that
he did not even have an observer to fight the mines?
Yeah, let the Zealots eat him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a surprising attack.
Whenever
I see that,
there's going to be mines there, of course.
Liberators, mines, a stimmed arced army, and it's like, yes,
and a planetary was making.
Flying Psystorms are strong. I give you that, but like, even if he hadn't disabled that Warp Prism, that was not going to break Maru.
This is mirroring a little bit of what we had in Game 1, where Stats is probing for a position to come in here and do damage, and he's not trading efficiently. And maybe Maru just pulls out ahead here. In fact, he's going to stim and try to come in here. Maybe hit this while the Warp Prism is set up.
Yeah, nice EMPs right there. The engagement seems to be going... Well, that's a lot of Marauders left over with 3 Immortals.
The Immortals were in such a spot where they were not easily just targeted down. Now, with 2 more Colossi comboed in here, this actually could really push through.
I think he needs a little bit more like Zealots in there. His Immortals took some damage. He definitely needs the shields back. And then it's mostly Stalkers. I believe no Psystorms left. So I want to see Stats actually pull back. There's a nice high-energy High Templar coming down.
Here we go, another Templar moving through, looking for any other stray units to get another big storm down here. Zealots are now coming in to meet up with the rest of this army.
Did you see where he moved the High Templar to?
Oh, to the bottom?
Yeah, he moved it up that ramp to make... That's like a flank you don't expect. A High Templar walking down that ramp.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
this
he
is smart.
owns the place. That's his home up there.
Okay, he's going to try to come forward. Again, with the planetary in the background here, you got to be worried, because even if you tear through everything, the planetary can a lot of times decimate the rest of your army.
Totally. Okay. Well, some good EMPs once again. Nice storm as he comes in. No way.
Yeah, there's no way this works. I'm just surprised that Stats is attacking into this. Like,
me too.
It is not going to work.
Yeah.
You have the Marines have the ability, and Marauders have the ability to stem behind the planetary. There's plenty of ghosts. You know, when you have this many stem Marauders, you know, with concussive shells as well, you can actually run away, and most of the Protoss army isn't able to catch up.
Yeah.
And so then you're picking and choosing your battles.
Absolutely. And you whittle them off. You kite. I mean, that's what it's all about. Maybe that first game short-circuited Stats' brain because he was doing so well and then you just got rolled suddenly when he lost his super high-tech glass cannon army. And now he's just like making kind of a brute force army, and he keeps attacking these entrenched positions, where these entrenched positions, that's when you want the Tempest.
You know, the thing as well is that at PvT, it's actually hard for both sides to push into each other. Once you get to a late enough point. It's a funny matchup in that nobody has to be the guy to keep expanding. You're usually sort of even on bases, which is an exception in mirror in almost all RTS mirror matchups. Normally one person ends up
non-mirror, you mean?
Huh?
Non-mirror, you mean?
That's what I meant to say, yeah. Sorry. So he's going to try to attack in here. Planetary over here. SCV's a little bit later on the repair here. Let's see if the Disruptor Shot can help take that out. Stalker's hitting the bottom, but Terran with, I'd say, a much more threatening army coming through here.
Yeah.
This is an army that I don't know that you can necessarily stop. I think given enough time, and with the production back at home here for Terran, maybe you can muster the forces to hold off Protoss. I don't know if that's true here for what Terran has pushing across the map.
Yeah, I definitely agree with what you're saying there. With the Liberators, like, you can kill everything Stats has, whereas Maru has a chance at stopping this, but once the army comes together, Stats' army is super scary as well.
You're in a bit of a base trade situation here.
Yeah.
So
Stats is losing everything, though. Everything's going away. Supply blocked as well. He really needs to join his army up and take out the main. And you know what? Okay, so Stats has some leftover money. Let's see if he actually tries to make anything else. He's getting supply blocked off and on. Yeah, I think he's just going to be kind of permanently supply blocked.
yeah, well, I think it's such a long road for him to actually get out of this. So both the mains are going to be destroyed. Actually, I hold that thought. Maru is going to try to hold the ramp here. And, you know, Blink is here, but there's a lot of obstructions. And when the Liberators come down and merge with the rest of this army, I do not know that there's enough Stalkers to realistically fight.
Yeah, that's a good question, but this is a great type of move.
Yeah.
Especially considering he sent all of his Liberators back. Even one Liberator would stop this from occurring.
Oh my god, he's got to be careful.
So Stats remakes the Nexus in the center of the map. This is a game that could go to a draw as well. Just throwing that out there.
Very true.
If you kill that Nexus, then Maru can force a draw. It's the only thing he needs to do. But a canceled Nexus won't quite do it.
He also has the option to now meet up with the rest of his army. Again, the Terran army is in... I'm sorry, how many medevacs are actually over this? Oh, there's enough. He can actually pick up everything. Okay.
Close to, at least. Oh, good EMPs.
God, that was the EMP. Oh, man.
Oh, cash
Stats is
money.
so good. That was crazy.
Yeah, it was. But Maru has some things going on at home. He has 3 command centers. No, 2 command centers, but that's fine. You know, he's got mules and all that.
But, you know, there's so many probes here. I mean, these are immediately going to be able to mine. I think the real winning player for Terran is to try to use the Liberators in a fight. He needs to just have his whole army merge back together.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think
he needs to come...
Actually, what if you...
Oh, God!
There's no production at all. 0 production for Stats, okay?
True.
So actually...
What you see is what you get.
Yeah, what I'm thinking here is that Maru sits back, mines behind his Liberators, makes what he needs to kill that army, and goes. Yeah.
Yeah, the minerals that are going to be spent here for Stats, even though he's got 27 workers, it's actually not Yeah, he has no gateways. He's got no
Yeah, he's got
stargates.
nothing.
He's just now making 3 more gates. He's still a ways out from having anything that's actually like good.
You have to win in kind of a running around positional type battle here because the Liberators are too strong. This is hilarious. Unsiege 1 Liberator, please, and put it over there.
I was going to say, just they can hit air units.
Yes.
They're not
they
good
have
at
an
it,
anti-air
but-
attack.
Yeah.
He's making a Viking. It's obviously much, much better. But yeah, Maru can just
here we
kind
go.
of make stuff.
Now look at this. Lots of pylons are being thrown down. There's no cybernetics core yet, so all that Protoss could get if the supply finally opens itself up would be zealots, which are not terrible actually in the late game, to be honest. Sometimes you just need a few more zealots to soak up stuff. Now that middle patch almost dried up. This one, it has a little bit here, not very much. There we go.
Okay, he doesn't want to risk even losing that.
Yeah, the Viking is not a fast unit. It looks like he's trying to rearrange his Liberators.
Look at his stats remaking another base. I love it. Cybernetics core on the way. He's got 3 gates now. Plenty of pylons.
His
Well, not
mineral
quite
income
plenty.
is starting to actually grow.
He's got 1 fully mining base.
He's
so.
not. He's still supply blocked. 112 to 95, and Terran's beginning to push.
Yeah.
And look how very careful he's being. Oh my God! Immediately lifts up all the Liberators. He's going to come forward now.
Oh my gosh, he's just so close. Stats is going to have to take a fight.
Okay, getting out of that range. Whoa! 1 sentry sniped off.
You have to run. You have to run his
These
stats.
are now.
You can't
These
fight.
are now touching where the Nexus are.
Cannot fight this.
He does have a Nexus in the back, so he can just evacuate this and go north. But there's not much more map to go north on here.
Yeah, it's very true. He's going to be able to push in there very easily. Stats is sent around his Prism for harassment. There's not much here. 4 charge slots can do a lot.
Frankly, it's not like he's making an army here, but he could come forward and take this Nexus out. He could afford to take a little bit of a beating here.
He's not got enough for another Nexus.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, there's another Nexus on the center left.
Oh, okay. Well, he doesn't have enough for another Nexus anyways, Tasteless. I'm not wrong.
Ouch.
Okay, well, he picks off a Liberator. If you can get rid of the Liberators, you have some sort of chance. He has to kill him somehow.
Oh, that's so low. Oh!
Nice. Picks off that Colossus. Colossus was not the most important unit here, but I think the Disruptor actually is the most important unit here. And down it goes.
Yeah, that was the unit that could get free shots off.
All right, that's
It's
it.
a sentry,
He has to
and
fight.
that should be it.
Wait a minute.
No. There's just going to be too much
Yeah.
down here. All the Liberators are gone. GG. Maru moves on. And that means we're going to have Maru versus Rogue for our final match. Hell yes.
Maru versus Solar.
Did I say? Oh, yeah. Solar. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So
Rogue
Stats,
actually got out first. I don't know what I'm talking about. Sorry.
Yeah. Stats is out in last place.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's weird.
Yeah, doesn't feel quite real, but that was really good play from Maru. So maybe everyone should shut up because he's not washed up.
He might have a chance.
Yeah,
Come
him
back.
versus Solar was